say pretty much. Although what's interesting is we originally bought the house partly for the view of the hills across the way. As much, you know, we didn't really know much about the woods here, and it really, the connection really came mostly from walking around in the woods.
We came to the point where we knew the name of Mary Wigmore, and August of 2022, we decided it's time, and just got on the phone to her, and she was really interesting and came out, and we said, we're not sure about our woods. We want to have a way to make them healthy. We're nervous about hearing how expensive this might be, but what's there? And she said, I have the plan for you. When our forester, Mary Wigmore, came here on the data collecting day, it was as if the trails didn't exist. She got her compass and she went for it. And that was really neat, because what she had taken out were 20 spots around the property so that she could collect specific data within a certain, something like 20 feet in every direction. And she'd chosen those spots very carefully, using a lot of research, so that she knew where all the different places were on our property. So that, I think, is one of the really big differences between the way we approach this with our trail and just plain having fun, and having someone like Mary come in and say, yes, this is a really good property. This is nice. Yes, you have some real problems. What you've been suspecting is true. And yes, there are things you can do by doing this climate plan and bird habitat and carbon sequestration that will help you over time, beginning with a 10-year window, make a difference in your property.
You know, we've generally been aware, and certainly, you know, read enough to know that over time, you know, not quickly like annuals, but over time there's tree migration going on. And I didn't really know what was happening with that and how that would affect things here. It should, if we do it right, should go on long after we're not here.
And the reason I would make that an absolutely yes is that one thing with a forester is that all of a sudden my property became a priority. There was a lot for me to learn on my property, and there was a lot of potential as I got told about more things and learned more about identifying types of trees or telling levels of stress, things like that. And really one of the big things is that I would suggest to everyone is to spend a lot of time in your woods, because there is so much to discover there all the time.
Yeah. We know that you know, the healthier the forest is, the more it helps with the greenhouse gas problem, because trees absorb carbon like mad, and I guess that was always sort of along the lines of part of what we're trying to do with making the forest healthy. As I said, we knew way back when that this is just not a really healthy forest, and we've known that for almost from the time we moved in, because we could see things like all the bittersweet all over the place. And you know, the other thing about the forest plan is actually felt pretty good to find out that we're already doing a reasonably good job of sequestering carbon, and you know, it's an encouragement to keep on doing it. Yes, I mean, going through the whole process of of both surveying the land and then talking about it with Mary and then seeing how she wrote it up. I mean, it taught us a great deal, I think, about what the land could be like and to look at things in a longer term perspective. And I think that, you know, for me at least, it was mostly this huge education process.
And the same for me. Plus, I find thinking about climate change incredibly discouraging. And also I feel very powerless when I hear of events around the world. And I know the idea of changing step by step or changing one property is kind of wishful thinking because it's such a small piece, but there is my sense, that in doing something, I'm helping. So that, for instance, when we were in New Jersey, we came across this bug that looked gorgeous, but that was a lantern, the lanternfly that they have. Now that's coming here. You can be discouraged about it, but it's a fact. But if we have a bunch of things in process that we're working on, when we are stuck with the lanternfly, we'll be a little more able to protect our woods from it and our plants from it.
Yeah.
Would I recommend that anyone with some woods that they have sign up for this plan immediately? Yes, I would.
Go to it. I mean, that's pretty much
exactly.